Khan, Shalom Akim, Khan Halalim La, Yahaba Shem Yahshua Bashem Akakudash, and double honors to great Muslim apostles. Thought Yahshua for the strength, in order to keep making videos, or to produce this specific video as well. And Yahratazah, that you understand what I'm saying as well, what I'm trying to teach you. So, today's topic is the seed of Israel will be spread across universes. Something along, let me just read word for word. The seed of Israel is spread out as the sand, and then in brackets, across universes. And I'll get a precept upon that as well. So, let me read this as well, because, as the sand of the sea, that's how the seed of Israel will be across not just Earth, but across many planets. So let me get Hosea 1, verse 10. Should be verse 10, yeah. So this is Hosea chapter 1, verse 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, Ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, Ye are the sons of the living power. That's the thing. Because the same place, which is earth right now, where Israel is not seen as Israel, the actual Israelites are not seen as the actual chosen people of the Most High. The thing is, in that same earth, all these other nations, they're going to see us as the sons of the living power, man. And in that time to come, we're going to be in our new bodies, and it's going to be clear as crystal clear as day that we're the sons of the living power, man. I think the scriptures also talks about will be a reflection. Man was made to be a reflection of the Most High, something along those lines. That's probably in the Apocrypha. I'm going to need to search that one up. So, and man, that scripture when it says man was made to be a reflection of the Most High, that isn't referring to all men. That isn't referring to all nations. That's specifically referring to the Israelite man. That's the thing. So, let me just get this. Yahratazah that I can find. If I can't, then, we'll move on. So, yeah, I got it right here. So this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 23. So, for Yahweh created man to be immortal and made him to be an image of his own eternity. So when it says image of his own eternity, so that the Israelite man could be a reflection of him, reflection of the Most High on earth. That's what the Israelite man is supposed to be. And of course, in order to do that perfectly, we will be changed into those new bodies that are referenced as in 1 Corinthians 15, from verse 40 onwards, new celestial bodies. And the thing is, these bodies will be hybrids between terrestrial and celestial. Because as I said, we're going to have those normal human functions of the body. We're going to eat, and then we're going to do normal bodily functions, as well as having the spiritual power to also transition, man. When I say transition, change state to be able to go to the heavenly realm, and to then change state again to go back to the earthly realm, and then just do that at will, anytime pretty much. So, that's going to be a very beautiful thing to experience as well. And of course, if we were also the first fruits as well, that's going to be like a rejuvenating feeling, because we know we would have felt it before. That's if we are of the first fruits, Yahratazah. So that's Hosea 1. Let me read Hosea 1 verse 10 again. Then I'll go from there. So it says, yet, Hosea 1 verse 10, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, Ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, Ye are the sons of the living power, of the living God. Because the fact that, as I said before, Israel is not seen, the true Israelites, the Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, they are not seen as the true Israelites today, man. The Amalekites, which are the Jews with them, them hairstyles, and the black hats, they're the ones who are seen as the so-called children of Israel, which they're not. They're imposters. That's why if you then go into I think Revelation 2 or Revelation 3 about curse those who call themselves Jews or something. Let me try to see if I can get. It's probably because I know it's in Revelation. I just need to know what verse it's in. Yeah, verse 9. Can't. That's why them Amalekites, which are the descendants of Edomites, they're the ones who are the fake Jews, man. Now let's read this. Revelation 3 verse 9. It says, "Behold," Revelation 3 verse 9. "Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews, and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee." So of course, Revelation 3 verse 9 shows you there that there are fake Jews and there are real Jews. And he said, the Most High did say that he's going to make the fake ones worship under the feet of the real ones. As it said there, man. He says, "I will make them," referring to the fake Jews, "to come down, to come and worship before thee, before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee," meaning you. So of course, and when I say you, I'm talking about the Israelites specifically. So the Most High is going to make Amalek, which is the nation of the Amalekites, the so-called fake Jews right now, to worship under Israel, man. And that's the thing. In the time to come, where we're going to be changed into in a very powerful state, in a new body as well, to be as gods. Psalms 82 verse 6. I'm going to get that as well. To be as gods. That's when they're going to be under complete and utter subjection, because they will have no other choice, man. Because we won't be in this weak state, in this weak vessel anymore. We won't have any limitations of the mind, forgetfulness or not being able to rule over others. We're going to be in that full-on authoritative mindset. Now, so speaking of authoritative mindset, so I read Hosea 1 verse 10, about us being as the sand of the sea. Then you know that scripture that talks about the man in my father's house are many mansions. I'll get that too. But then I said Psalms 82 verse 6. Okay, cool. So Psalms 82 verse 6. Psalms 82 verse 6. 50, 60, 70, 80, 82. Wait, hold up. Isaiah. Yeah, so look, let me just try. If I waste too much time here, I'll probably just search it out. Because this one's got Roman numerals, so I'm just trying to remember, because I think L means 50. So 50, 60, 70, 80, 82. Of course, so look, I found it. So this is Psalms 82 verse 6. "I have said ye are gods, and all of you are the children of the Most High." And it ain't talking about everyone on the earth, man. It's talking about the Negroes, the Latinos, the Native American Indians, and of course the speckled bird out there, which still come under, Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, man. That's the thing. So all of them, they are the children of the Most High. And it says, "I have said ye are gods." So of course we're coming into the time where when we transition into those new bodies, which will be immortal, eternal, never ending, never dying. That's when we'll have victory over death. That would then accelerate even more the application of Isaiah 1 verse 10, where we're going to be as the sand of the sea, man. That's going to apply even more, because of the fact that if no Israelite dies, and we just keep multiplying and multiplying and multiplying and multiplying, and especially because of the fact that what's the scripture? Is it Isaiah 32 or Isaiah? I think it's in Isaiah 32. Actually, Isaiah 4 verse 1, isn't it? Isaiah 4 verse 1, where it talks about 7 women to 1 man. And of course, Isaiah 32, I think it mentions about the fact that a man shall be as a hiding place, for the women specifically in the time of Jacob's trouble. So in that time, yeah, there's going to be wives that are going to be collected. But the thing is, after that as well, we're going to carry them into the kingdom, and then in the kingdom, we're going to be accumulating more wives, and then that will just be like a 5 times effect of multiplying, 10 times effect of multiplying, 20 times, 30 times effect of multiplying. However, the amount of wives that you do have, then in that multiplying effect, Akim are going to have to go from planet to planet to planet to planet to planet, to allocate their children there. And then from there, Israel's just going to be spreading and spreading and spreading until, from one universe, we're going to be going to universe to universe to universe to universe. That's why I said I named this video in the brackets, across universes, in multiple, man. Because of course, this universe is being, expanded by the Elohim, the powers, the angels, things right now. But of course, with that multiplier effect and 144,000 brothers multiplying, man, we're gonna be spreading fast, man. That's the key. So, the time to come, we could be in multiple universes, man. Be like, a certain brother might be in universe 1, another brother might be in universe 20, another brother might be in universe, I don't know, 30 or something. You never know, man. But yeah, we'll see in the kingdom to come how these things will work. But we're going to be spreading our seed across the universe, man. Planet upon planet. You're gonna see an Israelite planet upon planet, man. There'll be nowhere where you won't see an Israelite, man. That's the thing. Like, no common place, basically. No planet. So that's that point. And as I said before, because of the fact that we're powers and we're not gonna die, that's gonna strengthen the multiplier effect to make us really as the sand of the sea, man. That's how it's gonna be. Because imagine something that can replicate itself and not die. That's the thing. So, of course, that's how Israel's going to be like, man. That's the point I wanted to make. So let me get the John 14 verse 2. Imagine eternal gods that multiply themselves, through their seed, and then dominating over planets, man. That's really what it is. That's going to be beautiful. So, get John. Something that doesn't die, but yet can multiply 10 times more, 30 times more, 40 times more, 1,000 times more. You know how powerful that being would be? None shall dominate over it. And that's how Israel will be the son of the sea. So let me get John 14, so look here. So John 14 verse 2, it says here, so obviously this is Yahushua speaking. It says, in my Father's house are many mansions. This is John 14 verse 2, by the way. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, that ye may be also. So of course, the point being in verse 2, the fact that it says, in my Father's house are many mansions, man. Really, Yahweh, who is the father, of Yahushua, and of course the Israelites as well, he's in the heavens, man. And those heavens, there's like 3 layers. You've got the heavens of the earth, you've got the heavens, which are, I think it's space. Then after space, you then got the actual heavens, which is like the 4th dimension. That's where the Most High dwells in. And of course, when we're talking about space here, where we've got a heaven here, where it says many mansions, those mansions are metaphors for planets. That's the point that I was trying to get to. So these planets, these mansions that are referred to, these planets that are referred to as mansions by Yahushua here, the thing is, read through the spirit. It's a good match because of the fact that in those planets as well, we're also going to build palaces as well. Mansions, really palaces, because as I said, sand of the sea, Hosea 1 verse 10. So of course you're gonna have a lot of children, so you're gonna need a lot of space to fill up those palace rooms. And yeah, man, upon those planets. I know we're talking about planets here. Like Earth, Earth is a planet right now. Imagine owning a whole planet. And imagine owning multiple planets as well. Just trying to understand that. Earth is one planet, and imagine owning a whole planet as well. That's the thing. Now, I actually think about that because the fact that Earth right now, it's got like, I don't know, 7 billion people or something. So imagine being able to then have your own seed of 7 billion to then multiply on one planet. And the thing is, planets can be of multiple sizes, man. Multiple variations of size. So imagine, your seed multiplies to 7 billion, 9 billion. Because, that's when we're really going to start talking about sand of the sea, man. Like, that's a lot of children. That's a lot of children. So, my father's house on many mansions, man. That's why, we have a lot to look forward to, man. Even just thinking about that alone. That's why I paused a little as I was even mentioning the thought as well. Because the fact that imagine just being in the kingdom, like years down the line. Years. Because we ain't going to die, man, So it's just going to be joy and cheerfulness, doing different activities that Yahushua tells us to do, and, rulers of authority, man. That's how we're going to be. So in my father's house are many mansions, man. And you're going to be spreading your seed a lot in the kingdom, man. I'm really talking about to the Israelite, man. Because, he holds the seed. So that's that. And in that time to come where he says, ye are gods, Psalms 82 verse 6, ye are gods, we're also going to be strengthened as well, man, as a nation. No other nation will be able to dominate over us. All nations will be subject under us. That's why it says in Leviticus, I think 25, about the fact that the heathens that are round about thee shall serve thee as bondmaids and as bondmen and bondwomen. Well, let me get Jeremiah because I was gonna get something about the strength of Israel. Okay. So, hold on. Oh yeah, true. Okay. So Jeremiah 1 verse 17 to 18. Yep. So this is referring to how Israel is going to be strong in that time as well. So Jeremiah 1 verse 17 to 18. Yeah, Yeah, pretty much. So yes, Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 17. Thou therefore gird up thy loins, and arise and speak unto them all that I command thee. Be not dismayed at their faces, lest I confound thee before them. And what that means is when it says to gird up thy loins, it's pretty much prepare for action. When let's say like you're wearing a robe or something, then you prepare yourself in that stance to get prepared for action. That's what it means to gird up thy loins. And that's referring to the men, the Israelite man, to prepare for action. And it says, arise and speak unto them all that I command thee. So of course, as the prophets today in modern day Babylon, and of course in other nations as well, like, you got GMS Holland, GMS Germany, Italia, and the other nations as well. You got Akim in the UK as well, preaching there. Uh, so it says, yeah. So it says, arise and speak unto them all that I command thee. So of course, as the Most High has told us to come, go out there and prophesy and teach, that's what we're supposed to do unto Israel, to prophesy. And also, as the heathens around about us as well, we're still going to be prophesying the downfall of the kingdom, man. That's what we're commanded to do. Creating videos, teaching, preaching, and studying, that's part of our responsibility too. But the key part is also prophesying and teaching as well. So, of course, all that Yahweh Bashim Yashai commands us to do, that's what we're supposed to be doing. It says, but be not dismayed. So dismayed means to be in a state of distress, anxiety, or being in pain or worry, sorrow, like based on just the sight of them, basically. So basically, don't be well, yeah, I pretty much said don't be distressed. In fact, let me actually search the definition of distressed, because I know I searched up dismayed and then that's what it told me. But it's like being in that anxious state, like you shouldn't be worried about them. But let me search up distress. Distressed. Let's search the definition of distress. So, to be distressed means suffering from extreme anxiety, sorrow, or pain. So that's distress. Let me just search up dismayed. I know it makes more sense. So it says to be concerned. So this is the definition of dismay, which dismayed is the past tense of that. And it says to concern and distress caused by something unexpected. So obviously we shouldn't be, what does it say here? So let me just read it again, then I'll get to the definition. So Jeremiah 1 verse 17, thou therefore gird up thy loins and arise and speak unto them all that I command thee. Be not dismayed at their faces, lest I confound thee before them. So of course, don't be shocked by the presence or their expressions on their faces. They're heathens anyways, regardless of the spirit, most of them. And anyways, even if it is an Israelite that's hearing this word, most of the time you will come across a 2/3 rather than a 1/3. So if they come with that hard-headedness, you know how Ezekiel, I don't know what chapter it is, I think it's chapter 4 or 5, about the fact that the Most High is gonna make our head as a adamant flintstone or something. Yeah, so of course we shouldn't be dismayed by their looks, man. Jeremiah 1 verse 17. But yeah, let me continue on. And it says, lest I confound thee before them. So basically, to confound someone's like, where? Is that to put to shame or something? Like, when you're shocked from something unexpectedly as well. Yeah, to confound means to cause surprise or confusion, and especially by not according with their expectations. So obviously, the Most High would then make us feel confused or surprised if we then allow ourselves to then be dismayed by their faces, which really just goes into being certain and stern with what you're saying when you're delivering a message. That's the point in Jeremiah 1 verse 17. So be not dismayed by their faces. Don't worry about their flipping facial expressions, man. It's meaningless anyways. The point is for us to do the mission and do what Yahweh Bashim Yashai commands us to do at the end of the day. So that's verse 17. And it says, verse 18, Jeremiah 1 verse 18, for behold, I have made thee this day. Just checking the storage in it. So, yeah, Jeremiah 1 verse 18, for behold, I have made thee this day a defenced city, and an iron pillar, and brazen walls against the whole land, against the kings of Judah, against the princes thereof, against the priests thereof, and against the people of the lands. And verse 19, and they shall fight against thee, but they shall not prevail against thee. For I am with thee, saith the Lord Yahweh, to deliver thee. So the key part was in verse 18 about, because I said this verse what I was bringing out was really about the strength of Israel that's to come, man. So in the time to come, when we're going to be raised up as powers, as gods, Psalms 82 verse 6 again. For behold, I have made thee this day a defenced city. So of course, a city that's well defended, and an iron pillar. You know how an iron pillar is? You know how a pillar, them, every time I think of pillar, I just think of the flipping Roman pillars that they had in their flipping temples or whatnot, whatever they call those buildings. Yeah, there's typical Roman like buildings, man. So imagine an iron pillar. Iron is a very strong metal as well. And brazen walls against the whole land. So of course we're a defense city, and we've got brazen walls. Let's just search what brazen means. Yeah. It says brazen walls. So it says bold without shame, made of brass. And yeah, that's really the key point that relates to this. So that's the definition of brazen. Bold, without shame, made of brass as well. So it says a defense city and an iron pillar and brazen walls. So of course bold and without shame, and also made of brass as well, man. Brass is another strong metal too, because metals are seen to be strong anyways. So against the whole land, against the kings of Judah, against the princes thereof, against the priests thereof, and against the people of the land. And they shall fight against thee, and they shall not prevail against thee. For I am with thee, saith the Lord Yahweh, to deliver thee. So of course, even in a time where, even right now, the elect as well, being in their strength, obviously Yahweh Shem Yashar Ratazar, we do be worthy to be part of it, to be part of the elect. The thing is, in that time to come, they're going to be, really, we're getting strengthened right now, man. We're getting strengthened right now when all the 2/3 are going to start going against us, family members and friends, whatnot, putting their hate upon us, in the time to come. The thing is, we're still going to be strong because we have Yahweh in order to defend us, man. We're going to be as the defense city with brazen walls and, of course, as an iron pillar, man. Because as an iron pillar, 2/3 ain't going to be as an iron pillar, man. That's the thing. So that's why, when they then go against us, Yahweh Shem Yahshua is going to go against them. They're going to be demolished. So that's one thing for the 2/3. But also with our enemies as well, man. When they go against us, they're going to be demolished, man. They're going to fail when they try and, really just do all manner of evil against us. Because we got Yahweh Shem Yahshua and they have vanity. That's the thing. So yeah, that's really Jeremiah 1 verse 18. I think I'm going to do a part 2 because this one's coming up to 30 minutes. But yeah, Shalom Akim Yaratazar. I need to do a part 2. And I'll pretty much continue on. Thadiyah Shah, Brakthea Shah. And Shalom once more. And double on the great Muslim apostles. Amen.